real quick. I have 114 viewers. Okay.
Why'd you stop that log?
Because I need to do my log and stuff.
Oh, wow.
Alright. Let me put this trailer in here. Form 9442.
Bella, get. Stay right there.
Inspection.
No one called you. No one.
Asset.
You're good.
Save. And then I need to do a post trip on the other trailers. Asset.
You didn't do post trip or none of that, huh?
I was on this phone. I just told you that.
Yeah. But I also told you you want to be in and out here for that, for these people to come back. You never know where they're at. And they will tell you, hey, no, you need to take this trailer, that trailer.
What is that other trailer? 106110169.
Really, please. Keep some AC in the truck. My wife, she loves outdoors, loves out there. Maybe I bet she'll never go outside. But she'll leave the AC running and the window open.
Alright, so I got post-trip done on the other ones and pre-trip done on this one. I'll do the paperwork in a little bit.
You can do the paperwork once you get at it, once you get up on out of here.
What's up, guys? So we are... Oh, hi, Charles. You're back. Yeah, I do have a dog. I know you asked me if I had a dog. I do have a dog. Her name is Bella. And let me do a tug test real quick. Alright, there we go.
Couldn't figure out why it wasn't working out.
I forgot I hit the wrong ring.
Yeah, let the air tank's full. That whole time you're doing switcheroonie stuff, that's still let the air tanks build up. So first thing you do is hit that in, keep this one popped out, let that air tank build up.
You want to pick up Bella so Charles can see her?
Can I put down?
I don't know if you can see her. Where you at, girl? Come on up here. Say hi. Say hi. My name is Bella. Yeah, she's a bugaboo for sure. Alright, so we are heading out of here. We just dropped. Yeah, thank goodness.
Thank goodness. Load of doubles terrible.
The doubles we had were kind of terrible.
I think the heavy was 10611. Because when I tapped both of them, the 10169 was kind of hollow inside. Like I could hear it echo. The 101,611 was solid. So
they do the paperwork.
That's why that thing was moving all around.
Am I going to clear that fence right there? Can't really see.
You look good so far.
It's a really tight area right
here.
here.
You're good. Go ahead. Just don't clip that over there. No, you got to make sure you go out properly. Like I said, you've been here before, man. You're acting like you've never been here. YouTuber.
Alright, so sister is not replying up. Hi, sister. Hello there, Mina. How are you doing? Sorry, I was trying to keep my view on my trailer back there. So this is a really tiny dirt road. It's really like a single lane road. And then the fence is not really wide, so. But we hooked up to our 53 footer. We are about to be out of here. Put this map's on here. our yard. Since we have a 53-foot trailer, we can go to our yard and wait. We have 8 hours and 15 minutes until we get to our yard, but it's about 10 hours to get to the actual DC. But we're not going to be going all the way to the DC because they're probably going to call us tomorrow with a load. So we'll park at our yard and then go home and rest for however many hours and
drop the empty off, pick up loaded up. Yeah,
we'll drop the empty off and pick up a loaded, whatever they call us for. Like last night, they literally called us at 8:30 for this load coming to Fort Leonard Wood, and he's like, "Oh, you gotta be there by 10 a.m." But I called the DC and spoke to one of the transportation guys, and he's like, "Oh no, those don't deliver until Wednesday." So you got some time, because for us, we have to trip plan. We always trip plan. We need to know, because we're gonna have to fuel and restroom breaks or whatever break it is that we feel we need to take. If we have a couple hours to take a nap, because this is each of us has to drive a majority of our clock. So
sleeping in a bouncy ass truck.
And it's hard to sleep, and get well rested when you're on such a long trip like this, because a lot of these roads are crappy. Highway or not, a lot of these roads are crappy, so. Oh, you're in your RV, Charles? That's pretty cool. We are definitely looking for an RV for sure. RV park. We noticed that there's a lot on these military bases, there's actually RV parks on pretty much every one that we have been to. I feel like we escaped with a 53-footer.
Because there's doubles right there. So
there was 2 sets of doubles. All right. But I just grabbed the paperwork that was on top was this trailer. So just to be fair, I'm like, hey, it said empty, so I took what's there. It is what it is. Gotta keep going straight. So it's really weird, like, we have passes to get on this base, and when they do the passes, they're anywhere from 6 months to a year. We can do them online. But when you pull up to their gate, they don't inspect your vehicle at all. Not like other bases where they actually have you turn off your truck and jump inside and all that stuff. But what they do is, instead of just scanning your ID and seeing that you have a pass, which is supposed to be good enough, they still write you a pass. I mean, don't understand the logic in that. It just doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense. This is the road that goes all the way out to the gate, right?
Yeah.
Because it's telling me to turn left.
Sure, I'm sure it is.
And a bad thing about pulling the doubles up here, and they were actually kind of heavy. It said the trail one right behind the cab was 17,000. The other one was 10,000. There's a lot of hills that you got to pull with that set of doubles, which kind of sucks. Yeah, it did. So we'll have to stop and put a little bit of fuel on the way back. I should.
A little bit of my gas. We're gonna fill it up when we get to Oklahoma.
Yeah, we'll have to stop in Oklahoma and fill it all the way up. And our average miles per gallon right now is 6.5, which is not bad. Pulling the doubles, it's really not bad. But it's still a lot of fuel. One thing I do like about these roads coming up here is you got a lot of great scenery. Like, you're going through all these mountain areas where they've cut through and built roadways. So you have a lot of trees and then a lot of like rocks, which look really cool.
Thank you for visiting the U.S. Army Maneuver Support Center of Excellence, Port Leonard Wood.
Yeah, they have the chemical. I was seeing the banners on them.
City limits, St. Robert. Population 4,340 people.
Damn, that's it? 4,340 people here in this town right outside Fort Leonard Wood? That's crazy. So up here in about 2 miles or so, we're going to get on 44 West, and then it's pretty much a straight shot after that. Southern folks call it armadillo. Alright, so anyhow, this is our second load for this week, which is great for us. We've actually been running a little bit more consistently lately over the last month, but again, one of the other drivers hasn't been out as much, and he's one of the guys, they like to run like he's a team, even though they shouldn't be doing that. So, and then right now it's good for us too because there's going to be a lot of AFES drivers that are going on vacation. Which means we should stay semi-busy. Semi-busy. No pun intended. Right outside the base here, they have got actually quite a few amenities. It looks like there's like fast food, Dollar Tree, Casey's. I don't know if that's a truck stop or not. Which is pretty cool because if you ever get to leave out with a 28-foot trailer, you can pull in any of these places with that and grab something to eat. They must do Amazon Flex. It says frequent stops or U.S. Postal Service. You guys let us know where you're from. My husband is moderating right now, so he's reading the messages and he'll be responding to you guys. We are currently in Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, or just left Fort Leonard Wood, about to get on 44 West. And then keep on driving.
Remember, the map is always going to try to get you to get the 75, so it's going to keep saying faster route, you know.
Right.
So you just got to stay on, you got to know you got to stay on 44 all the way to OKC. No, it's not this one.
Oh, does that one turn now?
I want to know why. What is the world as a come and go? That's just so weird.
It is such a weird.
Sounds like a sex shop.
It does, really. That one actually has a Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah, it does.
That's interesting.
And a Panera Bread right behind it. Really making me want to come and go.
Oh goodness! Waffle House across the street. Club Car Wash.
Comfort Inn.
A lot of stuff right outside this base.
No parking for trucks though.
Yeah, not really, unless you're bobtail. So, guys, I'm really
Just
stoked.
plug your phone up. So you got a green light now.
I'm super stoked, guys, because I got lucky and I found a Keurig for $30 at Walmart. So now I got a Keurig for my truck because I usually like make coffee at home and bring it with us. Or I'll just make my husband a cup because he's usually the one that drives at night. And I was able to snag a Keurig for $30 for my truck here. Got a couple little pods. Made myself a cup of coffee earlier. It was perfecto. We already have like sugar and stuff, just needed a little bit of creamer. So I went into Love's and got me like a couple little creamers and good to go coffee. Just check, when I'm done with it, put it back in the box, put it on the top bunk with my other appliances that I have in here.
We don't go there because they don't support truckers. So we don't go to Buc-ee's.
Oh, Buc-ee's. Yeah, we don't go to Buc-ee's because they don't support truck drivers, so we don't ever stop there. We attempted to one time. It was, where was it at?
It was in Austin, by Austin. Not Jasper, something starts with a J.
Johnstown,
No.
Johnsonville,
it was
or some shit like that.
just east of Austin, right there. That's
So-
where the prison is. There's a prison there.
Okay.
I forget, but anyways.
We attempted to stop there once and pulled in their lot at the very end of it. Nobody was even around us.
He
And
got
before
kicked
we
out.
even got out of the truck, there was already an employee running
He
towards
said,
us.
he goes, oh, I forgot. Yeah.
He's like, you can't park here.
Yeah.
And then they even threw a fit when we parked on the outer
On the
road
outer road, yeah.
that was outside, and there was parking alongside the road there.
I think you need to use the restroom really bad.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah.
And so they didn't even want us to park there. And then, their food is way overpriced.
Yeah, it is.
You're paying like $12 for one brisket sandwich is ridiculous. My brisket is better than their brisket, so.
He said, oh, I forgot, Charles.
But yeah, we don't, we've stopped there like once or twice in our personal vehicles.
We own a Tesla, so we have to go there and charge.
So yeah, we do. We own a Tesla, so we stop there and charge, and sometimes go in and get a drink, but
we try not to.
we try not to spend our money there. Because you think about it. I mean, they have their own trucks that deliver to them.
Fuel.
You can't get your goods or your fuel without a truck. So it doesn't make sense to oust truck drivers. But then again, I do understand the other side of it, where there's a lot of nasty truck drivers that piss in bottles and throw their trash in the lot and stuff like that. But I mean,
there's a lot of nasty everybody.
Yeah, there's cars that leave dirty diapers in the parking lot.
Funny thing is, I have a story about that. So I was talking to no, you don't need to turn towards me.
No,
I was talking to a attendant at QT. And he was like, yeah, you go down to Buc-ee's. I was like, no, they don't let truckers in. He's like, oh, you're right. He goes, I heard a story about that. I said, what'd you hear? Because I've never heard the story. He goes, the owner's little son got ran over by truckers. That's why, I go, oh, I don't know if that's it. The owner's son got ran over by a trucker. That's so funny. Like, no, that's not right. Just think they don't want a whole bunch of oil in their parking lots and
leaky trucks
and trash. Because truckers leave trash everywhere.
It's not hard to walk to a trash can.
Yeah, it's hard for truckers to. This is a beautiful view right here.
It is.
Check out this view of Missouri, guys. It's an amazing view right here. It's kind of like almost like when we get home, our view's kind of like this. Not as good, but damn near. Nice little 6% grade.
Yeah.
Oh, it's back.
Yeah, the phone got hot on the dash, so it had a temperature warning on it.
So if you have any questions for truckers, let us know. My wife and I have been trucking together since 2014.
2013.
2014. We started in December.
I think when we switched, there was a lot of, it looked like they had just gotten rain.
Missouri is beautiful, but I wouldn't want to live here.
Me either. They get a lot of snow too, don't they?
Get snow. Man, this fly back there and lay down.
Alright, I think I'm probably gonna end it because I need that.
Alright, peace in the Middle East and peace in Greece. From the back to the cosmos.
It's from the cab to the cosmos. Alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and put my eyes on the road. Well, my eyes are on the road. My husband's moderating, but I'm gonna go ahead and save my battery here because...
From the come and go to the cosmos.
No, that's not what it is. Stop messing up my little slogan there. We get on over here to the
No
left
tyrants
lane.
allowed.
No tyrants. Are there any tyrants in the chat?
Now you have 19 viewers. Now you're
There's
saying
no
about-
tyrants in the chat, is there? Let me know where you guys are from. I'll stay on a little bit longer since you guys were so kind to join. I appreciate that.
Oh, 4 people just dropped.
Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. In my opinion, I think we are a one-of-a-kind trucking channel. We're different from lease operators. We're different from...
Charles is 15.
Oh, that's awesome.
Is that the kid that his dad is a tow truck driver? Or no?
Are you you're the one where your dad taught you like at the age of 2? The tow truck stuff? Alright, Globe, I'm about to pass you. Right.
Now he's moving.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
You gotta get up on someone's butt and then pass it. I'm trying to pass it 3 truck lengths away.
That's good.
And you just gotta speed up behind them and then take them on it. When you get to this hill, then that's when you pass them. You know what I'm saying? You don't get over because you have people who are just,
You have more comments.
they're just ugly. How we doing? Josh the vegan. Hey, what's up, Josh?
Oh, he was in here when we were working on the red meat.
Just Missouri, trying to get back to Texas. Just dropped off drop and hook doubles at Fort Leonard Wood, and now we have a 53 trailer, and now we're headed on back down to Nitto, Texas. Did you find the pump on your Peterbilt that wouldn't start?
No, we haven't been back to be able to work on it since that day. We've been pretty busy with work, so I still do need to climb up on there and see if I can locate it.
At the end of the day, now we're just going to keep the batteries charged, and so we don't have to buy more batteries. And as soon as my wife goes up to Nebraska, probably about a couple months after that, I'll be putting the truck in the shop to get fixed. Because it's going to need a whole lot more TLC than I can give it.
Yes, for sure. It's going to need new airbags, new cab bags. It may need new brakes depending on how bad they look.
We got to look in there, look at the injectors, the cylinders, and see how all that looks.
Yeah. I still need to go get that stable. I think it's like stable. That fuel stuff. So we could, because there's quite a bit of fuel in the tank when I put that rod down in there.
Jacob Peters said, "Hi, beautiful."
Hello, Jacob. Yeah, we haven't had a chance to go back and work on it yet. If we have some time this weekend and we don't have a load that we need to pick up on a Sunday, then we'll probably head back out there and see what we can do as far as finding out where that actual fuel transfer pump is at. So, because I already have the part, I just need to replace it. So, in locating it, I haven't been able to find it on Google or anything. So.
Josh said he looked it up a little and whoops. He looked it up a little more and it looks like the pump is on the driver's side on the bottom right of the IFSM. IFSM should be behind your filter.
Okay. I'll have to keep that in my mind.
Behind the fuel water separator filter or the fuel filter? One is on the top and it's horizontal and the other is vertical on the bottom fuel filter separator. Oh, okay, thank you.
All right. We'll definitely keep an eye out for that.
We'll look into
it. Sorry guys, my phone keeps overheating, so I don't know if it's because it's just being stupid or because the sun's really not hitting it in the dash, so it doesn't make any sense to me why it's overheating. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and get off this live here. If I do stop and take a break here down the road, we'll probably go back on live in a little while and just show y'all where our location is at. And update you on any news or whatever. But as of right now, I'm just gonna drive, keep my eyeballs on the road, and be safe and just be thankful, you know. As of right now, thanks for joining us, you guys. If you haven't, make sure you subscribe. We greatly appreciate all you guys. If you have a channel, we will also subscribe to you because we want to support one another.
Josh said have fun and be safe.
Thank you so much, Josh. You have a great day.
Appreciate all the help.
We are definitely, we want to support other YouTubers. And so if you have a channel, I'll make sure I subscribe to you guys. I will have a couple of videos coming. I'm going to try my hardest to stay on top for that. Every day. Matter of fact, the last night that we got, we were pulling into a QT to fuel, and this car hauler, my husband passed him on the road, like his whole back axle or something, or some support beam on his actual car hauler trailer broke or whatever, so he was dragging his trailer like sideways. Like those vehicles were really about to fall off. So y'all stay tuned for that. I'm going to try to get that out as a short. But,
we have it on video yet. Have it on video going down the highway and when we got to the QT.
Yeah, we encounter weird stuff all the time, so we like to share that. And then we just like to share, you know, our everyday lives as being actual business owners. We're not lease operators. We're not, you know,
company drivers.
We actually own our own company. you know, it's a woman-owned small business, so my part in the company, it has to be like 100%. I do like all the paperwork, and I file for all the licenses, so, you know, I know the ins and outs of owning a trucking company. Nobody else does it but me, because it's required because of my certification. So yeah, y'all just stay tuned. We got as much information as I can put out. If I can help other people, you know, start their trucking company, and you know, if you have questions on what you need to do, you know, I'm very, very knowledgeable in it. So anyways, thanks you guys for tuning in. Please make sure you subscribe. And if you don't mind, watch some of our older videos. We really need the watch hours. That's the only thing we're struggling with right now as far as getting monetized, is the watch hours. We really need those watch hours. So y'all make sure you like it. Put it out in the ether for us to get more subscribers and more watch hours. And we greatly appreciate all of you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. And